When you really pop it, I'm still hot. My girl telling me I need to drop it. I probably should, but I'm out to still buying choppers. To be honest, I don't think them niggas want these problems. When this man ain't make it out the crib, I know it shocked him. Cause OG don't miss like Shelter Shocker. And on me is 4/5, he gon' need a doctor. Without an offer, baby chose up. Playing my new shit, she tell me that's some cold stuff. I'm trying to set the mood with tunes and rose cups. My game sick, bound to make a bitch throw up. In the latest drip, I'll leave a bad bitch stunned. I'm smoking on strong, I can feel it in my lungs. I thought shit was cool when I was hanging around bums. Then I got around myself and I really turned up, nigga. Life good when you got enough funds, nigga. But when you broke, they don't wanna have fun with you. Dwelling on the past and had me fucked up, nigga. So I keep getting cash and running it up, nigga. Ain't make enough, living a safe life. Couldn't cop 42, now I know what it tastes like. Just cruising on the late night, getting my cake right. I gotta keep the burner cause niggas don't play it right. But that's a game, my nigga. If you can't swim, don't come and hang, my nigga. Grinding to get my chain way bigger. But then again, I got plans way bigger, nigga.
Keep it G, nigga. Keep it G, nigga. Understand? All this shit going on in the world without me. In the world without me. Get loose. Keep it true. Keep it true. That's GMG. Strict GMG. K-Block letters and G. K-Block letters and G. Long live my niggas Tina. Long live my niggas Tina. Long live the great game, nigga. The great game, nigga. Long live my big sister. Long live my big sister, nigga. OG. OG. OG.
It's hard not to spin it when you really got it, but you gotta make the right moves when you really pop it. I'm still hot, my girl telling me I need to drop it. I probably should, but I'm still buying choppers. To be honest, I don't think them niggas want these problems. When this man ain't make it out the crib, I know it shocked him. Cause OG don't miss like Shelter Shocker. And on me is 4/5, he gon' need a doctor. Without an offer, baby chose up. Playing my new shit, she tell me that's some cold stuff. I'm trying to set the mood with tunes and rose cups. My game sick, bound to make a bitch throw up. In the latest drip, I'll leave a bad bitch stunned. I'm smoking on strong, I can feel it in my lungs. I thought shit was cool when I was hanging around bums. Then I got around myself and I really turned up, nigga. Life good when you got enough funds, nigga. But when you broke, they don't wanna have fun with you. Dwelling on the past and had me fucked up, nigga. So I keep getting cash and running it up, nigga. Ain't make enough, living a safe life. Couldn't cop 42, now I know what it tastes like. Just cruising on the late night, getting my cake right. I gotta keep the burner cause niggas don't play it right. But that's a game, my nigga. If you can't swim, don't come and hang, my nigga. Grinding to get my chain way bigger. But then again, I got plans way bigger, nigga.
Keep it G, nigga. Keep it G, nigga. Understand? All this shit going on in the world without me.
We in here. What's happening? What's good? What's shaking? Pork chops or bacon?
Hey, what's
This is
happening,
another
y'all?
episode of Game Time, and we are in the building. Give it up for yourselves. Thanks for coming out.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Yeah. And you see me, I got my water. How much water you drank today?
About 3 cups, 4 cups.
I try to get at least a gallon in a day. Today, we are here with the young legend. This man, he puts me in the mind of a young, aspiring Keenan Ivory Wayans. This brother got ideas. He's making things happen. Big things popping around here. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's always involved in that. And they call that plays. So this man's name is comedian Big Play Ray. Give it up, man. Welcome, comedian Big Play Ray. Welcome to Game Time.
Clap it up.
It's going down like Value Jet. We in here, man. Tell us about yourself, man.
Listen, man, I'm comedian Big Play Ray.
Yeah, okay.
I'm from College Park, Georgia.
Khaled Paul.
Khaled Paul, you know. Been doing comedy for about 4.5 years right now, man. And I just consider myself a go-getter in comedy. You feel me?
That's dope.
I try to keep doing different shit. You feel me?
Got to.
I started doing improv like 4 years ago. Started doing the white rooms for a little minute. Came to the black side, started telling jokes.
Got to. You gotta have that diversity in the comedy world because, you know, everybody can pull up to these shows and you just have to appeal. You have to be able to appeal to all audience in your comedy. So, you know, one thing about it, I heard a couple of comedians say, OG comedians, you know what I'm saying? They was getting on one comedian for saying he doesn't like black people to open up for him because, you know, they think that black people have a stereotypical type of comedy. I beg to differ. I think we have a very diverse,
Absolutely.
you know, way of getting down and making sure that we can do sets that don't require a lot of profanity. It's more than just dick and pussy jokes, you know what I'm saying? We read, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always make sure I speak up for those type of comics, you know what I'm saying? And that type of diversity is important for all you young aspiring comics out there like myself, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you can work every room.
But in that diversity, there is a lane for dick and pussy jokes.
There's definitely a lane for dick and pussy jokes.
There's a lane for clean comedy, for blue comedy, for on the edge comedy, man. Like there's room for everything, everywhere. You know what I'm
Definitely, I totally agree with
You
that.
gotta find your lane with it, man.
We gotta now. If you looking in the background, we got the beautiful downtown Detroit waterside. You got Cobo Hall over there, the River Walk. If you in the Detroit area, you get a chance, get on down there and check out Hart Plaza and the waterfront and the River Walk, man. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. I remember when it was something totally different, man. I love what y'all done with the place,
It's
man.
cold in the deep.
Yeah, man, and it's the perfect time because you could put on you a nice bomber jacket, you know what I'm saying? Come down there with some nice clothes on because the weather's starting to get chilly. You can dress now. It's called dressing weather.
Just because it look good don't mean it's sweet. You gonna have to have bulletproof vest under that bomber that you're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
now, shit ain't sweet in Detroit. I don't give a fuck how new it look. It's still the same niggas in Detroit now.
Well,
so
you know, I'm gonna tell
don't
you,
think shit sweet now.
a lot of them, there's some ignorant people down there for sure, but they got legal weed down there in Detroit, so they really kind of chill nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So, but
And it's legal.
it is not for you to sleep. It's legal. It's more legal than California.
It's legal as hell. Yeah, it is.
Definitely. I said that to say, can you put the picture up of Controlled Trauma that we got on deck? Because I wanna see when you get a chance, we're gonna definitely double back to that. Because you know, Controlled Trauma is it's an innovative way of doing comedy and teaching comedy and getting people used to doing different lanes of comedy. Can you tell us your inspiration for coming up with something like that so genius?
I like the way you throw that word genius in there. You know what I'm
Genius.
saying? I necessarily wouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna stop you from doing it.
Nah, it's genius because you ain't thinking about yourself.
Oh yeah, okay. So
That requires a team. So you thinking about putting the band together. That's like Barry White when he started fucking with the orchestra.
yes,
Next level shit.
I'm like Otis when it came to the Temptations. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Keep the group together.
Keep the group together. But I just grew up, man, in the fucking 90s, bro. And I'm a fan of In Living Color, man.
Man, ain't nothing like running in the house trying to get to In Living Color because little Living Color coming on.
Yes.
We trying to get in the house and get in the tub so we can sit down and watch,
Bro, so like-
watch In Living Color, man.
In my house, bro, we built our Sundays around that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would
Yeah.
already be, food would be cooked, we'd be sitting down, we'd be showers taken, nigga. Legs crossed in front of that big ass wooden model
Yeah.
TV.
What day was that?
That was like 93.
That was like Fridays or Sundays?
Sunday.
Sunday, because Thursdays was always
Cosby Show.
in Different World.
In a Different
so
World,
you had
man.
In Living Color, and I think that what came on after that was it was definitely the Tracy Ullman,
The Bunnies came on after In Living Color.
and then Tracy Ullman show.
No, so that came on first.
Tracy Ullman show came on before In Living Color
Yes.
because they always had the Simpsons
Simpsons. That's how the
in the
Simpsons came on.
theater right before In Living Color came on because they be sitting in the theater and then In Living Color come on, man. Damn.
I remember that whole
Shouts out to
lineup,
the
man.
Simpsons, boy. The Simpsons is trying to give y'all all the game. Y'all ain't
That
watching
shit's
it.
still on, bro.
It's still on, the longest running family show in American history.
The more that show is on, bro, the more you can predict the future, bro.
Hell yeah. So
I think if you read the Bible, the Simpsons is in the Bible.
it got to be in the Bible, dog. On some Forrest Gump shit, for real.
Real, bro.
Now, you were inspired by In Living Color.
So not just in Living Color, but the Carol Burnett show.
Carol Burnett, I love Carol Burnett show.
Bro, like I love the way they was doing sketches, but it was so funny. They was cracking up laughing in the moment, bro. So like the Carol Burnett show, in Living Color.
I'm gonna give you one. Remember the show Rock?
Rock.
The first couple seasons, they were scripted.
Yes.
The last 5 seasons, it was all live. I was like, this is live entertainment.
That's all right.
They ain't even messing up.
Yeah. It was hard, bro.
Now, if you see the picture up there, if you see that anywhere on social media, it's letting you know that Controlled Trauma. Now, how did you come up with that logo? I'm finna put that on a t-shirt, and we got those for sale.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. So the shirts are for sale. Tap in with my man and tap in with me. But so like the logo, man, if you just look at it, it's like a mad scientist that created something. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what the black dot is. Okay.
And inside that beaker, it says
that bitch smoking too.
Urban
boy.
Improv.
And it's smoking. You see the smoke coming up out that motherfucker?
Because it's hot. You
It's
feel
hot.
me? And it's a scientist. You don't know if he's black, white, Asian. You don't really know what he is because you don't really know what.
Genius can come from anywhere, so you can't give him a definite look. And I love that hair he got, man. I love that hair.
Because it's shocking.
And he got on glasses, so he got on safety goggles. He got
One
the
of the
doggone spectacle on front of that junk.
Yeah.
And he's still professional enough to have on a tie with his doctor coat. So I'm just saying, there's a whole lot going on. That's Controlled Trauma in one place.
Controlled Trauma, man.
He got a shirt, tie on, and a lab coat. And he got on goggles for safety because he got plenty sense. But the traumatic experience of coming up with this doggone idea that is called urban improv is remarkable, and it takes a different type of genius to come up with that, man. I'm telling you, it explains a lot, man. You got to be able to break these pictures down. And he been through shit. Look at all the other vials back there, and
look at his
test
teeth.
tubes right there.
Look at his teeth.
Look at his teeth.
Been through some shit, bro.
He been through some shit. Somebody
That's
swung on his
Controlled Trauma,
ass.
man. I came up with the name just because, like, I'm a comedian, right? And most of my jokes is from bullshit that happened to me or some kind of trauma that happened to me. So now I have to write it down, relive it, and control it, and give it to you. Put those two words together, and it flow well together. Controlled trauma. Sounds like that shit was made in a white business marketing office somewhere in Manchester, New York.
Yeah, don't cheat me with the mic, man. Make sure we get you on the mic. So here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Do you have? We got a deep crew. We got a nice crew. There goes. If you see the picture over there, over my shoulder, that is that's after the show. We got the crew sitting up there taking game shots after we just had another remarkable episode. We do this every Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Sunday, 5 o'clock.
We get it in.
Comedy Corner.
Yeah, and it's always good, man. A team of great comics out there.
I don't have my glasses on, man, but we got some dope ass comics. We got Iceberg Shrimp.
Reggie Reed on there.
We got Reggie Reed. We got
Funny
Alicia
Mommy
Bridges.
on there.
We got the Funny Mommy. We got
Cheddar Feeney on there.
We got Jokes. We got Cherie, which is the
Bishop
actress.
on there. You got Bam
Bishop.
Beats on there. Brother Bam on that
We
jump.
got Van Williams. We got Head Crack from the radio
Head
station.
Crack in there.
We got a lot of members where they come in and out, where you think about it.
Yeah, we got a lot of people coming through, but you know, we got the ones that stick on the wall when we throw it up against the wall.
Absolutely.
We got the ones that stick, and it's a comedy show too. These are all dope comedians.
So let me explain the show to them.
Get down.
All right. So it's called Controlled Trauma, but basically it's urban improv, right? And based out of Atlanta, so that's what the show kind of feels like. I start off just introducing stand-up comedy and what improv is to the live audience. After I tell them what improv is, then we start playing games because it's an interactive show. So we play games, we do sketches, we do skits. And that's where the In Living Color influence come in.
Definitely.
The sketches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, it ain't just like you said. You got a Living Color, Carol Burnett, the Muppet Show. Speaking of the Muppet Show, which is always my favorite, bro. See, I'm 46 years old. The Muppet Show was my Saturday. That was real. The Muppet Show was like adult comedy. They was talking buku shit. They was talking the two dudes that set up in the booth.
The two old white men that was running Hollywood, bro. If you paid attention to it, they was telling you right there, two white Jewish men run Hollywood, bro.
Period. And you got it now.
Bro.
Do they still have that available? If you can find the Muppet Show,
yes,
watch it.
They just came back out on some Tuesday night type shit.
And the Muppet Babies is the cartoon that came out to keep the Muppet Show going, but they were a little lighter than the Muppets.
That cartoon was my shit, bro. Because little bro, I used to like Fozzie Bear, nigga. That's
Fozzie
one of the
Bear.
reasons I wanted to be a comedian.
Gonzo.
Because Fozzie Bear,
Miss
nigga,
Piggy.
waka waka waka.
Pigs in Space.
Come on,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? And I brought up the Muppet Show because my man, we got another guest here with us today. Go ahead and get your mans in them.
All right.
We got another guest. We came through, and my man brought. And please, ladies, be careful out here, man. I know this is a ladies' man. He coming on, and I know how y'all get down. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the stage.
Hey, slide over a little bit. I'm put him on the microphone. Can I still see me again?
There he is, right there. What's his name?
This is Little Play, y'all. Hey,
Lil Play.
hey,
Lil Play, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, my boy. I'm doing good.
That's what's up, man. I'm chilling, man. How's Hollywood been treating you?
Man, fuck Hollywood, bro. You know,
Damn.
I don't really fuck with Hollywood like that, bro. You know, they didn't ban me from Hollywood a long time ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really doing my thing low key.
Word up, man. Listen, I think that the genius of having a puppet. I'm getting a puppet, ladies and gentlemen. You will see my puppet coming at your ass. I'm probably gonna make mine. I love. That's a great idea. How you work that? How you not work it, but like how do you use that puppet in your entertainment?
I haven't.
This was about to happen, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a proclamation. I believe that you gonna start hearing this puppet's Little Play point of view a little more often, because he has some deep shit to say. This nigga got beef with Elmo. This
Hey.
my bad.
Don't bring up Elmo. I told you
You
this.
see what I'm saying? He be tripping
told
on
you
Elmo.
about Elmo.
He got beef with all the Muppets. He got real personality.
My mama, bro.
He got beef with all the puppets. So
Told you about
you
this
gonna hear about this dude coming soon.
man.
So he might get on live tonight and tell you how I feel after the show is over.
Take your ass
You know what I'm saying? And because of that, you need to go sit in time out, young fella. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, since we talk about comedy,
Yes, sir.
who are some of your favorite comedians? I would say top 5, but I don't want to do the comedy game like that.
Okay.
So tell me some of your notable comics that you look at, you kick it with. You know what I'm saying?
So man, I was introduced to comedy on a big platform, just like it was a concert through my VCR tapes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And thus that showed me Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
listen.
7, 8 years old watching it.
So you was watching Delirious?
Yes.
Man, that was the funniest shit, man. Watching
Yes.
Delirious. And they actually, Eddie Murphy came out there and talked about all kind of shit. And you talk about, that was what, 83, 4, 5?
I had no business watching the shit
Right.
though.
I used to watch it at nighttime. I was sneaking in my dad's room and I was trying to find his porno tape.
Hey, so you was trying to find a porno tape?
He was in there asleep, so I'm in there light footing trying to find his porno tape, and I fucked around and pulled out Delirious. And I go in there thinking I'm finna be alone, and I'm watching Delirious. So I'm
That's
like, I
funny.
started laughing and shit. He came and saw me watching it and was like, put my shit back. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I was looking for one thing and ended up coming up with the doggone Delirious. But my dad was a videotape dude.
Yes.
And he had that. He had Michael Jackson concert on the Victory Tour on tape.
That's all nigga had the choice to be was a VCR tape because it wasn't nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I saw a meme, and it had a bunch of tapes on there, and it had like, you know how we used to do the tapes, 4 movies on per.
Yes.
Like, that was our Netflix back then. Man, we used to have if you had a stack of tapes.
That's funny you say that, bro, because the first porn I ever watched, now, I was grabbing by mistake. The flick was called In Loving Color, bro. The first flick I ever watched was In Loving Color, and they had homie D Clown, the D stuff, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That nigga would hit the hoes across the head with his dick, bro. It was
Not D Clown. So, and my dad had a tape that was just a banger. I don't know who put this together for this dude, but he had a tape with all the dopest scenes. Again, that's why I think that's probably why I like old chicks.
yes, that's funny. Because the flicks back then, the bitch name was Vanessa, the name was Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? It was whole names.
Hell yeah. I don't want to Ebony Ames, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my nigga Jay Steve back there, bro. You know Jay Steve.
Flows.
Come on, bro. Booty Talk 86. Come on, bro.
That's what you do when you 15, 14, 13.
So look, before that, bro, listen, I used to beat my dick to White Men Can't Jump. Cause that's the first, bro. Rosie Perez was laying in the bed, bro.
Rosie Perez had the and White Men Can't Jump.
Bro, that titty popped out that damn off the top, bro. 34 minutes, 17 seconds into it, bro.
So how you 4 years younger than me, so I can see that. I can see you. I saw it like, damn, okay, Rosie.
Bro, listen.
So what about Do the Right Thing when she was getting ice on the titty?
Come on, bro. You know I was. That bitch
God bless
take
the
pops.
right nipple.
I watched that bitch so much.
God bless the right nipple.
Man.
God bless the lips.
I'm about to go.
Like we retarded, man.
I'm about to go Netflix that tonight.
Let's Do the Right Thing. So you was watching Raw. I saw Richard Pryor and Sunset Strip. That right there was the funny. I was rolling on the floor when this dude was talking about going through the woods, and he's like, "Get the rifle." And it was like, I thought you didn't get no rifle. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Have you seen that?
So I upset a lot of people when I say this, bro. Richard Pryor is funny, but he's not my favorite.
And that's fine.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't translate like that to me.
We had limited shit back then. So it was Bill Cosby himself, which was good, which is why. And again, when I was doing comedy, the first time I did comedy, I was in the 6th grade.
So you've been doing this shit.
I did comedy in the 6th grade for a talent show at Hutchins Middle School, and I put on me a suit and tie to do it. I'm in the 6th grade, suit and tie, because I watched Bill Cosby himself.
Shout out
and all I did was went out there and just roasted the teachers and imitated the teachers and talked about Mr. Van Lowe with yourself. Talk about and they was dying because again, everybody's in the doggone talent show doing New Edition. SWV or they do. I'm in that motherfucker. I'm the only comedian that came in that bitch and cracked jokes and had I killed. You killed. Murdered. I don't even know if you could not kill as a 6th grader in the comedy. Like the balls of this young man.
Nigga, we used to boo the shit out of our comedians in 6th grade. We didn't give a fuck, nigga.
Now I was held in the lunchroom. I was held in the lunchroom.
So I would start with Eddie Murphy just because that's my number one.
Fuck with Eddie Murphy all the time, man. That's like
Robin Harris.
And the thing, we didn't get enough of Robin Harris because the dude that played the character Robin Harris in Baby Kids was Faizon Love.
And I didn't know that till recently.
But that's something you can go check. He said, I did. So, I mean, we can credit the joke to my man Robin Harris, and he did it real well on that special when he had that part going up like that. He killed it. But the movie was brought to life by Faizon, even though he stayed within the parameters of the joke. The character. I would not put the character over the joke because the joke belongs to a legendary comic that was not here long enough to get its true shine.
So the cartoon was dope, bro. But I actually remember the VHS tape.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? No, the fucking tape. I would put it in there, bro, and I would have to find the right spot. Because it was like an album. It'd be like number 1, number 2, 3, and it was like the piccolo player, and it'd be like Follow the Drip, and it'd be just a whole bunch of different ones. And I would go to say Baby Kids.
So it was the audio tape.
It was the audio, the fucking rewind cassette tape.
We are not finna sit up here and act like we that old.
Nigga, I was sitting next to it, bro. I was sitting next to it like this.
Man, listen.
And listen to all the curse words. The fuck, bitch, hoe. And I would go to sleep to curse words, and that's why I'm a master at cursing motherfucking right now, bro.
And listen, I didn't even know about that tape. I did have a Richard Pryor tape when I was younger. It was because I ended up having one, but the first time I heard Chris Rock blacker and blacker, I was on deployment. In the Navy, I was on my first deployment.
Shout out to the Navy.
Thank you, we got to talk about that shit. I got a lot of Navy stories. Don't stand by for the standby. But my dad sent me a tape, an audio tape with that comedy show on the audio tape. And that was the first time I started listening to comedy like that. And I ended up now on whatever stream site I got, I got a comedy playlist.
Wow.
I got all the comedians on the playlist. You know, on these stream sites, you can just go get a list. I got everybody. Faison got funny shit on there. That's one of my top 5.
For real?
Faison. I'm gonna say a different top 5 every episode. So Faison is definitely in there, man.
So I went for Eddie Murphy, then I said Robert Harris.
Eddie Murphy.
Third, I'm gonna give Sinbad.
Shouts out to Sinbad.
Shout out to Sinbad, bro.
Shout out. He never cursed.
Never cursed. And when I say he was ripping on stage, bro, hour and a half, just strong, relatable. You know what I'm saying? Comedy,
I used to do that nigga set. He had a Star Search set.
Yes.
When he talked about Prince and Let's Go Crazy.
Man.
I learned that entire set, and I used to say that entire set.
That's funny.
As a middle schooler.
He been stealing jokes. Y'all hear this shit. He been, if it's a rumor out, he probably didn't did it.
You know what? I learned every bar on the Carter.
Okay.
I was that type of fan. I would play that over and over again because I'm gonna tell you, an OG had me. Had me record a song.
Yeah.
On the whole side of a tape. Like his favorite song was "Special Kind of Food" by Basic Black. He said, "I want you to make a tape for me because I've been making mixtapes. That's another story. I would make that song." On the tape about 7 times on the tape because it's a real long song.
Yeah.
He wanted to learn that song to sing it to a chick. So I recorded it on it, and on the other side it was "I Want to Sex You Up." I had to Color Me Bad shit. I had to put that on it too. But
I want to sex you up.
And I had to listen to that song each time I recorded it. And I was like, that's a dope ass song. So Basic Black, I think Keith Sweat wrote it for them. He wrote most of their album. Yeah,
I didn't
Basic
know that.
Black. That was like 91, 92.
I didn't know that.
Came out with You and I, Nubian Voices and stuff. But so, did you get all 5 of them?
No, I didn't. So I started with Eddie. Then I went to Robin Harris. Now I said about Sinbad. But Lavelle Crawford is a motherfucking problem, bro.
Lavelle Crawford. Shouts out to Lavelle Crawford, man. That's an OG.
Listen, bro.
St. Louis.
The way he can tell a joke like he a child and repeat it back to his mom the same exact way.
Nigga, that nigga, I cried. You said, if I had your back of the foot and your hair ain't going.
You don't like the way my hairline growing is, bruh. Down by the lake.
I'm young enough to kill y'all and still
get out and have some more
get out of jail and have some more kids.
And the way he repeated it back exactly like he said.
Repeat back what I said. And he went word for word, man.
So
I was
that
hollering.
and the way he used to look, bruh.
Yes.
Lavelle used to, listen, I know he got way more money, he way better jokes, whatever the fuck. But Lavelle used to look funny as fuck, bro. And that was part of it, bro.
He was a big ass dude.
He was shaped like Grimace. He was shaped like Grimace.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. That shit is still there, just under his clothes. I respect the weight loss. And he was built kind of funny, but that's still...
He's still funny, but that nigga was funnier when he was ugly.
When you build, listen, if you can find a picture of my man...
That nigga was hilarious.
When he was in like
he is hilarious. Grade. I'm talking like he didn't die. The nigga is hilarious.
Crawford funny and will roast the shit out of you.
And can roast
and will try to beat your ass if you fuck with him. Like, he tough, man. He's had some stories where he get rough, man. Like, man, shouts out to Lavelle Crawford, B. St. Louis in the building. I had a chick from St. Louis. She said she went to Normandy. She complained that the doggone barbed wire was on the inside of the school instead of the outside.
God damn.
So I was like, damn, they try to keep you. And they said they got a big ass 8-foot fence around their school. Keep all that shit over there.
Trying to keep your ass in the school.
What is your criteria for picking your favorite comics? What is the best thing about comedy for you?
So, to me, comedy is like almost like the way they grade football, bro. You can't grade like the best comic. You almost got to do about the decade almost. You know what I'm saying? So I like relatable material. I like the way you ain't always gotta say dick, fuck, suck, pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Diversity, hell yeah.
Diversity. I just like different shit, bro. Like my second favorite TV show is fucking Seinfeld. You know what I'm saying?
Love Seinfeld. Curb Your Enthusiasm too. I like both of them. I like dry humor. One of my favorite movies was all of the National Lampoon shit. Chevy Chase.
Come on, bro.
That's my shit.
That nigga was the funniest man. man, Time Magazine, 1976, bro.
Hey, my family wanted to go see Breaking. I wanted to go see Fletch Live. Stop hating.
That shit, and part 2.
Yes, man.
Come on, bro.
I fuck with Chevy Chase when they had the
His
Christmas
physical
thing. This
comedy.
nigga had all that shit plugged in that one socket.
He got like 3 million light bulbs, bro.
I watched it. Every time I see that shit on TV, I watch it. I don't give a fuck what part it's on because the uncle is the best.
No, nigga, it's the auntie with the cat inside the box.
Yes, man.
Bro, I know all that shit, bro.
I can't find the cat.
It's just at the fucking box, that's why.
Then
No,
when the nigga
the
fell
shitter was full. Remember your boy,
the Rusty the Kid?
Rusty.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chevy Chase. When they went to the National Lampoon's Vacation, when they went out to the
Wally's World.
What was they was headed to Wally's World, but they ended up at the Hoover Dam.
Yes. Yeah. The Grand Canyon or the Hoover Dam?
It's a big dam they was on.
The Hoover Dam.
Man, listen, man. Shout out to Chevy Chase. I always love his movies, man. That was just funny. I just like that type of humor, man.
Hello. I like when they picked up the old lady, right? And the old lady had a dog. So they driving and they pull over and they tie the dog.
No.
They tie the dog to the bumper, right? Remember they tied the dog
No,
to
the cop
bumper?
pulled him over.
Yeah, they started driving though. So they driving and then the
They
son
tied the dog
realized
to the bumper so he wouldn't go nowhere.
So they driving though, bro, and the son realized halfway, he's like, oh shit, bro.
They couldn't find the dog, right?
No, nigga, the dog was tied to the bumper. They killed the dog.
So the cop pulled him over.
And the cop was
like, what the fuck is your problem, sir? What are you talking about?
Right.
And he pulled up the doggone dog leash.
And the fucking grandma in the back went crazy.
How did that dog get out of that leash? It was a harness.
I think it was like, well, he probably kept up for the first 9-10 miles. He probably kept up for the first 9-10 miles.
Hey, them dog, listen, man. They was riding through Wyoming, dog. Ain't no speed limit.
That shit funny, bro. That shit
There wasn't a trace of the dog on there, dog. It's over with. Man, that's a crazy movie, man. Look,
Shout out to movies in the 80s, bro.
man, they had the best movies, man.
Fucking-
And you got to go back, man. We're going to talk about old movies every time on here because old movies, actors were good, man. Sometimes y'all look at a movie and see that the contrast is a little fuzzy. It's not as HD as something you would like. One of my favorite old school movies
Let's talk about it.
is Brewster's Million. Can you do it? 30 days, $30 million to make $300 million. Can you do it?
I loosely remember that, bro. Was that with like Oprah Winfrey and them?
No.
So that's Brewster's Place.
That's Women of Brewster's Place.
Oh,
But
okay.
a lot of dimes started their movie career with the Women of Brewster's Place. I think every dime that's an OG now was on Women of Brewster's
Lila
Place.
Rashawn was on that bitch, I think.
Yo,
I
yeah.
threw away all
You
my
said who?
blood pressure meds.
Did Lila Rashawn?
Before bed.
Layla Rashad, she was Sunshine. She was on there. She was on that
pussy, throw it in the air
motherfucker.
and
Shit.
whew.
Shout out to Layla. First of all, let's take off our hats, man, for Layla Rashad.
Lila Rashawn, man.
This is for Sunshine.
Sunshine. Pussy, bro, that nigga.
Yeah, we're going to take this for Sunshine because we've seen Layla Rashad lately, and Sunshine is a solar eclipse.
Yeah, put the hat back on for solar eclipse.
So we was talking about so for comedy, man, I fuck with I like Cheddar Feeney. You know what I'm saying? Cheddar
man.
Feeney, one of the coldest comics coming out of Atlanta, man.
I taught that young nigga everything he know, bro. Look. Before he was funny, bro, I had to pull the nigga to the side and tell him, bro, let me write these jokes for you. You feel me? Let me write these
So you
jokes
been
for you.
ghostwriting for this nigga?
Man, since day one, bro. I been saying put that bitch on the grill. You feel me? I been saying you look like a stud, bro. So listen, man.
Shout out.
There would be no Cheddar Feeney if there was no big play, man. I said it first here on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but
My man
real
Big
shit.
Play Ray, man, he's a hilarious comedian out there, man. He come out here on stage and he rips, man.
Yeah,
You got every time you get up on stage, man, you tear it down, man. So give a shout out. Look him up on all social media outlets. Cheddar Feeney, Big Play Ray. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me see another comedian I fuck with. Shout out to Mark Curry, man. I like Mark Curry, man. He had hella energy.
I like
straight
Mark
out of
Curry.
Oakland. This nigga played for the Warriors for 5 minutes.
Bro, listen, and the way the TV show was kind of loosely based around that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was dope as fuck,
And I don't
man.
think he can fuck with Master P, but he was dope, man. Mark Curry was, he was a shooter. You know what I'm saying? He can
Shout out to
still
Mark
shoot.
Curry, bro.
P used to play it. Master P went to the NBA. He got drafted by Isaiah Thomas to the Toronto Raptors, but then the owner of the team found out this nigga was the leader of No Limit Records.
For real?
And they said, well, you got to go. So they traded his ass to Charlotte, and
Yeah, I
he
saw
was
that.
shortly out the league after that.
I saw that.
You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying? But Master P went to the NBA, man. That's one of my OGs and shit, man. Shout out to Master P, man.
Bro, P need to be like in the Black History books. or something.
He is in the Black History books, man. Master P was at the top of No Limit success.
Yeah.
All right. He got the #1 hood movie of all time,
I'm about it, right?
and it was and ain't that nobody got the original copy of that bitch.
Everybody got a bootleg, bro.
Everybody bootleg Master P. Body. You know what I'm saying?
How did he make money off that bitch, bro?
Because everybody wanted to see it. The first time I saw it, it was like somebody recorded it. They didn't even have cell phone camcorders. Some nigga was running around with one of them in his hand.
They beat a nigga ass with a baseball bat. First scene.
First scene, dog. And again, man, if you haven't seen Body, it's right there. Just like then he came out with that. Then he just started putting out music on the MC Hammer side of the game. Shout out to MC
Bruh.
Hammer, man. One of
Bro,
my
so like back to people just being a fucking entrepreneur, bro. Listen, bro, this nigga signed everybody that he grew up with, right?
everybody.
And this nigga understood the power of distribution way before niggas even knew what distribution was. He bet on himself, right? And he pushed his own product no matter what nobody else said relentlessly, bro. Bro, you bought an album, bro. You open that bitch up, it's 12 albums coming soon.
Yeah.
All of them from Master
All
P.
of them. And it's like a poster. If you got a CD from the No Limit Records
Yes.
collection, it's open up the inside. Well, instead of the credits, you just got a bunch of
Unfold
posters
that
of shit
bitch.
coming out.
You'll see Mercedes up there with her ass open in
Shout
front
out
of her,
Mercedes,
goddamn.
Dexter and Linwood.
Goddamn.
Linwood and she from Detroit.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Then you gonna see Mama
Silk,
Mia.
Mama Mia gonna have something for you. Sons of Funk gonna have something for you. Fiend gonna have something for you.
Silk the Shocker goddamn gonna be off beat for you.
Right. In every episode, we're gonna talk about some Black history. And Master P is definitely one of the first people we want to highlight. He's one of the sincere entrepreneurs in the game. He's accomplished a lot. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story about Master P. He got a brother named C. Murder who been in prison for like 30 years. I don't know. He been in prison since like the 90s.
Bruh.
And
Shout out to C Murder, man. I know that nigga
shout out to
personally,
C Murder,
bro.
man. He'll be home soon. But the thing is, Master P was trying to tell him, like, man, you should change your name from C Murder, man. That's not a good name to have. You know what I'm saying? It's like speaking the wrong existence.
Murder. You feel
So
me?
P went with Master P. Now, Master P probably was just as gangster as C Murder, but he chose Master P, and that is exactly what he has done in all facets of the game.
But
And it's like,
C, bruh.
yeah, so that's
I got a small
important.
story about C Murder before we got
let's talk to
there.
me.
Skip it, bro. So listen, I went to high school right here in College Park, Georgia. Right, I went to high school with Monica. Well, I went to middle school with Monica. So I know Monica's little brother. So when No Limit was hot, remember she was dating C Murder.
Word, I know.
Tez,
Did she have kids? One of her kids from him?
I think her oldest one is but I don't know. I don't want to
Word,
speculate.
okay.
But so Tez used to fuck with C Murder hard, the whole No Limit game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
He kind of school with the No Limit wear, the shirt, the jersey, the pants. His teeth say No Limit. He just all in No Limit, right? They fired that nigga ass up, but they roasted the shit out of his ass. They gave that nigga hell for wearing that No Limit shit to school.
He was rocking the No Limit gear?
All down the hallways and shit.
I had every color P. Miller velour joint, you know what I'm saying?
He
With
did
the P.
too.
Miller shoes, I had them all.
We
rocking
roasted
that
the shit out of this nigga. So listen.
Hell yeah.
So that night, Riverdale played North Clay. That's like two rivalry high schools. Everybody come out, nigga, like past alumni, future alumni. It's just a packed game. The game is going on. We see Tez at the door. Tez come in. We see C Murder.
Right.
It's packed, so they got to sit on top of the bleachers. So they walk past everybody. We see Tez kind of point to the audience like, it was that nigga right there that was Jonah. So they go get their seat. We watching the game. We see C Murder stand up. Oh shit, why he stand up for? He come across the basketball court. These niggas is still dribbling. The game is still going on. This nigga walk diagonal across the court, go towards the bleachers, and punk the shit out of that little boy. Lame man, nigga, whatever he said. I said, damn, boy, that nigga.
Why he do that?
Because they was Joan and Tez earlier about, about that No Limit shit.
They was clowning Tez.
Which is just, you know what I'm saying, you know.
And so C Murder pulled up. You was the one clowning the man about the doggone stuff?
But I don't know if he said it like that.
But I mean, that was the energy.
You heard me, little Woody,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck they were saying. You know what I'm saying?
Some heard me. And I know he asked him a few times if you
I
heard
said,
him
this
on
nigga
that
ready to kick a 17-year-old ass. That nigga is ready.
So look, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And this is I saw an article, you know what I'm saying? It was an article about a dude and his family got evicted. You know, they had fallen on some hard times and got evicted. And they pulled up to this lady's house. I don't know who the lady was in relations to the situation. She was about 75. And she apparently has a big enough house for everybody. But the older lady said that the children, which are like 3 children, 7, 8, 9 years old, size babies, and the mother could stay, and that the dude had to leave. You know what I'm saying? The dude couldn't stay.
Okay.
And the dude was like, what you mean I can't stay? You got my family here. And the old lady was like, I feel you. They can stay, but you gotta go. And the dude didn't get it. He was upset. He was befuddled. No, baby. The girl, the wife, she was speaking up like, well, we gonna see. Just for a day. Just let him stay for a week. Just let him stay for a month. Now, y'all can stay. He gotta go. She stood her ground. She didn't get loud. It didn't get ignorant, but the dude was thrown for that. He didn't get it. So, how you feel about that?
So, just seeing the story off the facts that you told me, bro, if I'm in that man's situation, I'm giving thanks to that old lady. You know what I'm saying? Man, thank you so very much for blessing me to take care of my kids and my wife. Yeah. Now, if that was my baby mama and her kids, I don't give a fuck about them like that.
Word.
But this is my wife and my kids.
Right.
Thank you for blessing me. I mean, damn, you guys sick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just got to figure it out.
But the guy was like, where I'm supposed to go? Where I'm supposed to? So the old lady, she said, well, you know, you got to plan better. You know what I'm saying? This is an eviction. You don't just get evicted like that.
On Monday and your ass out of here Monday.
You ain't 5 minutes late on your rent and get evicted. This is months.
Like a 2-month process
and
almost.
You can't even evict nobody. Squatters law say they get at least 6 months. So it's been a minute. You don't just lose your shit like that. You cannot put somebody out in less than 6 months. You cannot just go over to your tenant's house and say, get the fuck out. You have had to have 1 month behind, 2 months behind, unless you got it in your lease.
But it sounded like he was like 22. He one of them 22-year-old niggas, 23, 25.
The baby was 10. The baby was 8, 9, 10. So he wasn't 17 having kids like that. He had 3 kids. They like 8, 9, 10. So it's like,
clearly the nigga don't make the best decision. So we can't say.
But then the lady's there too. So this is a team effort. Both of y'all there. The woman ain't saying nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing to him. And again, this is nothing against. My thing is, because you know, in most cases, women run everything because they got control of the baby. So they live under the threat that if you fuck up, I'ma leave and make you pay child support. So in a lot of cases, women picking dudes they can control like that.
Niggas ain't made the same no more.
Situation. Oh no.
Niggas ain't made the same no more. Like around that 85, 87 mark, that's when shit start cutting off. You feel me?
And I ain't saying the brother didn't have, I don't know what the brother came across, but they don't just kick you and your family out in the streets in the middle of the night.
And I get hard times, bro. Like I get it. But me being big play, bro, and just being a real nigga, bro, my responsibility is to my kids and to my wife.
That's it.
So as long as they good, I'm gonna figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't be like, can I get 1 night in the crib? You know what I'm saying? Let me figure this shit out 1 night. But if she say no, bitch, I'm going to my mama's house.
Okay. That too. And again, you know, if your mama there for you, your mama really gonna be there for your wife and kids too.
So that means that the mama probably wasn't.
So mama probably wasn't available to do nothing, or mom probably wasn't there. And in that same situation, you know, I wouldn't even look. I couldn't even imagine what I'd do in that situation, but I definitely would be looking for somewhere to lay my head. I don't believe I should even eat if I can't handle business right. You know what I'm saying?
I can't eat if my kids ain't. I ain't gonna say full, cause fuck that, kids eat a lot. But as long as they didn't have at least a chicken wing, then I'm gonna eat.
And eviction.
Come on, bro.
That's at least 6 months of not paying bills, B.
That shit mind changing.
So,
it's hard on the family, and it's hard on the structure. So like, do you be stressed like days ahead of time, bro? Cause like you don't know when the fuck you got to get out.
This, right, the stress heightens. But again, you know, this is just, and, you know, jobs can put you in these situations. If you work for somebody and you piss the wrong person off at work, or their son gets old enough to take the job that you have, you can be fired. You know,
And we in Georgia, bro, so they can fire you for just showing up on time.
right, and it's really no,
You don't
really
give a fuck why they fire you in Georgia.
and that's just the security. That was just a situation that happened. So my question is, the dude was confused as to why he couldn't stay. I don't get, no, I ain't gonna trip. I ain't gonna get loud and crazy. I'm like, nigga, how you gonna be in this woman's living room talking about you ain't gonna get crazy because she won't let you stay here when she just said she'll let your baby stay?
First of all, bro, you can read, you can write, you know what I'm saying? Got a good mind and good lyrics, bro. Shit, figure that shit out, my boy.
And he was just the photo. So I guess to that young man and to any young man that might be in that situation, man, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna be in a situation now, I don't know if those they were his kids because he kissed them all goodbye. But if you ever find yourself, you know, in a situation like that, man, you have to always be planning ahead. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, job security is important. I mean, all these things should be taken into consideration before you find yourself in that situation, because the last thing you want to be doing is trying to figure out, you know, where your kids gonna sleep at night. So for a young dude, you can't be mad at the lady for not letting you stay there, because we come from a time, and she, being 75, she probably had a man most of her life that paid the bills and took care of everything and handled everything. So I don't, she probably looking at this little dude like, I don't know what the fuck wrong with him.
So her mindset different because she grew up in a world where
she was chosen.
The man made 100% of the money.
Yeah.
Now she contributed, of course, but it was more so household work. You feel me?
Yeah, and she probably raised kids and everything, got them kids out the house, and the man probably dead because he probably worked his ass to death, and she just inherited the house.
That nigga been dead, my boy, because he worked so fucking hard just to pay the rent for her ass to stay there. His ass gone.
His Social
and
Security
he lived at his
on
job. He just slept at the house.
Yeah, so you know, if you doing a family,
so the world is different though now, because you got some niggas that'll be like, let's go 50-50.
Water supply.
Let's pay everything 50-50.
And because you know that, because a lot of times if you pick a wife and say stay your ass at the house, I'm doing all the work, don't say shit, you ain't getting no money, then you don't you got that type of person. Now you got a big responsibility. Nowadays, you know, like in Atlanta, Georgia, where the majority of women out here getting busy, they got bread. They picking dudes that can supplement the income, so you don't have. And don't no woman want to sit at home or be no nigga housewife.
What to do next?
It's 2022. They ain't playing like that.
It's
so
2022.
You can't even expect that. So it's best if you find somebody with as much to lose in a situation as you have,
and as much drive as you have.
And you can screen all this shit now. Hell, and again, you know, it's people out there that want to have that type of control, and it might just because it's people out there that want that type of control.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the downfall of that type of control is if you want a weak man to be your man, the downfall of that is who the fuck gonna change his tire?
When you want a weak man, in your life, bro, weak shit like that happens.
Yeah, it happens like that all the time. You hear a little reaction. We watching the doggone Philly game, not to date this episode. Philly putting both of their feet in Minnesota's ass.
Okay.
I guess somebody rooting for Minnesota in this bitch. But
he got his middle school jersey on. Whoever.
Oh shit, this nigga got a Vikings jersey on. Yeah, I feel you, dog. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. So like, it's just, man, like the world set up different. So people mindsets are different, and these young niggas got a microwave mindset. You feel me? Yeah. Like everything is right now. Everything's super tight, and
I just think that, you know, that's a part of planning that needs to be, you know, orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever find yourself in a situation, which I hope none of you do, where you evicted and you got your whole family in your hand, and you find somebody nice enough to let your family stay, but they tell you that you can't, don't find yourself confused like that. You a young man, that is the perfect time for you to reflect. Walking outside in the cold. Now, I don't wish that on anybody. And I wouldn't know what to do if that was me. But
what would you do though?
I wouldn't. First of all, I would not be in that situation. I'm a whole different type of dude.
A whole different type of brother. I get that, right? But let's play devil advocate though. Let's just say in an alternative spider world.
All right, yeah. If I lose my job, you know what I'm saying, my wife and kids need to go somewhere, and I don't have it. I'm the type of man that I am. I'm not gonna want to lay on no woman's couch. You know what I'm saying? And say, I'm gonna sit up here. No, I realize I done fucked that up. I need to go.
I can't even stay at her mama house. When they go to the mama house, I can't even go stay down there because I can't. You know what I'm saying,
man? And you know, it's a lot of that going on, and I don't know what the blame is. I'm not even here to try to compartmentalize the behavior. All I'm saying is, you know, this is game time, and the truest thing I can say to you as an OG is before you even start trying to have kids, the idea is this: when you want to start a family, the first thing you must do is get your shit together.
There you go.
Every man should start a kingdom. You should be working on your kingdom.
Yep.
Whatever that idea is, you get out there and you get that popping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
First come up with a game plan though.
Get you a crib. Get you some bank stacked up. I tell my son, you can't have no kids until you got $100,000 in the bank, 2 cars, 2 houses, and 2 businesses.
Shit.
This is a conversation we've had. But you want to have that.
Black people would be, if that was the rule,
well,
it'd be like 90 of us.
That's the rule for my son. And you know, my son doing this thing, but he the only dude in his crew that ain't got kids.
See?
You know what I'm saying? So
he probably the only nigga in the crew who got a daddy in his life too, though.
Possibly. Now, so you start your kingdom, whatever it is you're going to be, whatever the business you're going to start, because if you're having a family, the worst thing you can do is send your kids out to somebody else to ask them for a job. You gotta create an empire, then you pick a queen.
There you go.
Queen that can support what you're trying to do, understand that we're trying to have a legacy. We working together. She's stacking, we ain't out on no BS.
Yeah.
She trying to get hers, we trying to get ours. And then once we get it going and we got a nice, comfortable nest egg, maybe we can procreate a little bit, have a couple, 2 or 3, depending on what the plan is.
But like the problem is niggas get caught up with that liquor and that weed and that lifestyle and the twerking, the BBLs and the bad bitches in Atlanta.
I would not oppose weed, liquor, and all of that other stuff because it's celebratory. You celebrate. That's why you go to the club, to celebrate success. I'm gonna go celebrate. And that's what you should be in the club for.
If these niggas be in the club celebrating failure.
Ain't nobody, you should, if everybody in the club represented somebody that got a promotion, started a business, got a degree, made their first million, sold their first house, that's who should be in the club. Not miserable people. Miserable people shoot clubs up, and I'm not talking about during sex. I'm talking about the club building. They walk around bumping people, stepping on shoes, while niggas is partying, having a good time because we are celebrating. When I was coming up, we could not go to the club. When I was 25, we could not go to the club if we didn't have 5 wins on the basketball court that day.
When you was going to the club back then, y'all niggas was wearing silk shirts.
No, we had pagers.
You know what I'm saying?
They was not
silk shirts.
They was like rayon polyester.
Rayon polyester.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we had.
You was dressing like a kid and play with me.
You know what? No, it was more like I had my kid play phase when I was in high school and middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Rayon shirts.
Then when I started making some money, you know what I'm saying? I was wearing my doggone Van Grax. And I was doing too much when I was 21. I was Mr. Versace.
Okay.
Because you know, we were in the military. I was in the military when I was 21, so I was stacking money and buying all kinds of things.
He's from Detroit too, so you know he had some big black gators and shit.
I still got my square toes. And I used to, you know,
with the gold buckles.
I was just a classy dresser because my dad was a tailor, man. And this cat used to be fly every time he leave the house. It was like, I remember my first date. I was 14 years old, and he showed me how to iron a shirt. I had wore a button up.
Damn, nigga, you had a daddy?
Yeah.
I'm
down on my head. And he showed me how to iron a shirt, and he gave me the whole game on the first date. And it's like, he gave me a real conversation about that. Yeah. And then he gave me a pocket full. He probably gave me $23, but it was a small bill, so it looked like I had like a little knot, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying, nothing too big. But it was just a great experience. But he taught me how to iron a shirt and just gave me the whole rundown on first date etiquette. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I can go into detail, but for time's sake, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna probably stand by for the full detail because I'm gonna also put that out one day. Yeah. First date etiquette. You know what I'm saying? See, and that's for any age because you can have a first date at any age.
So, but like then you're taught stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you're an upstanding young man who came from a lineage of men. You feel me? That instilled stuff, that stayed around, or at least that lived 2 or 3 blocks over that was able to, you know what I'm saying, put focus on you.
Coming from the D, we always had the Riverwalk downtown. So I don't give a damn how much money you got. You can always go down to the Riverwalk and walk down there and talk to a bitch about Canada and get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm a little different. I come from a long line of niggas who lived in apartments.
Word.
My great-great-granddaddy stayed in an apartment. My great-great-granddaddy stayed in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to break that.
Well, in Detroit, it was all duplex.
Shit.
It wasn't really. It was apartments in Detroit, but it was a lot of duplexes because when the auto industry hit, they built all the houses in Detroit. They made duplexes, single family, double family, big old.
Everybody cancer who worked in the warehouses and shit.
Yeah, shout out to all the warehouse workers out there.
Man.
Y'all the ones that tune in the most to this show.
Yes.
The warehouse workers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? So I like your top 5.
Yes,
comedians,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? And I like your take on should he stay? Should he be able to stay? He can't stay.
He can't stay, bro. You grown as fuck, man. Get out of here.
You have to accept responsibility for that. You know, he was really mad. And I know it's not too many dudes out there, but I do know that there are a few.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of scheduling, man. When you doing that, you know, and I don't think nobody should have no kids until they, got their own self together. You got to go live, man. It's like the people that go get married without going out there, being you got to get your womanizing on before you go get a wife. If you try to get married too early, then you're going to be out here thirsting for growth. Because when you turn, every stage of life happens. Yeah. You got 20, then you get 20. It's a lot of people get married at 18. I got married at 18.
Oh, you did?
I'm a divorcee. I got married at 18, man, and it was because of emotional issues. I ended up with a wife, and it lasted about 4 years. You see, I'm still kind of touched by the situation. 4 years.
4 years.
And I really just had to get the hell on up out of there, and she gladly signed those papers for me, and we got that shit over with. But it was a crazy story. You can hear more about some of my trials and tribulations in my marriage to my son's mom when you come see me perform on stage, because I kind of got a lot of material from that shit.
So this is not scripted right here. I'm just going to kind of interject.
Yeah.
I want to ask you to 3 questions so that way your audience, the fan base, can kind of know you a little bit, because you always bring other people on here. You feel me?
Okay, I'm with that. I think.
Just a simple question, really quick. I got about 3 or 4 of them. What's your favorite color, man?
My favorite color is blue.
Why?
The blue that came out on the first Cadillac Escalade. Blue, that royal blue. Blue's been my color forever, man. I just like blue. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. I mean, not unfortunate,
like electric blue?
Like a nice electric blue.
Like almost navy.
Cadillac blue. The Cadillac blue, when they brought that first CATS Cadillac.
He a nigga, bro. He gonna reference
Cadillac
his favorite
blue.
color.
And I know you know that blue. And when you see it, you know that's what it is, that Cadillac blue.
So you mean to tell me on the Crayola, it's gonna be a blue and it's gonna say Cadillac.
It's going to be a picture of that truck on there.
A picture of that truck.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we know your favorite color, right?
Yeah.
You got $1 million that you just found.
Oh, yeah.
What's your first move?
If I find
you found it.
If I got to find me $1 million, the first thing I'm going to go do is buy a 1973 Chevy Impala convertible. And I'm going to act a fool with it. I'm going to put a Corvette engine in that motherfucker. I'm going to put some Ford Giottos on that jump. I'm going to probably put some Kobe's on that bitch. Then I'm going to gut it out with some blue Crocodile, you know what I'm saying, with white piping. It's going to be white carpet in there, and it's going to be outlined in blue. It's going to be gold handles and knobs, and this grill going to be chromed out like Flavor Flav. And I'm just saying, it's going to be that. That's going to probably be about 100 racks, but that's the first thing I'm going to do is get me a
first move. All right, now, third question. You done fucked around and killed this bitch. Who you calling first? I don't know how it happened.
If I kill this bitch?
But this bitch is dead.
Well, I'm not going to say. I'm going to call my cousin.
Your cousin?
And then I'm going to call my cousin. Because that nigga got like 3 shovels. Yeah, and he knows somebody with acid. I said, yeah. So we going to make that happen, and it ain't going to happen.
Okay. That's all I want to know, man. Because sometimes your viewership got to know you for you and not all your guests. You know what I'm saying?
And again, if I got to do, I would never feel like I don't even want to say I would never kill nobody, but I would definitely, not want to have to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
What's your first move besides you calling somebody?
If she died, the first move is It depends on how it happened. If I'm getting her off of me and she fighting me, trying to kill me, and then she fall on her knife that she had trying to kill me with, because that's how it's gonna happen.
It sounds like he already got a game plan.
If she fall on her knife trying to kill me and bleed out and die, I'm gonna make sure that my fingerprints ain't on anything that could be incriminating, and I'm gonna call the police.
I'm gonna try to find a farmer who got some hogs. I'm gonna take them back teeth out with a butter knife. And that bitch is ate up. You hear me? That bitch is about to be a sausage at a Winn-Dixie near you. I ain't going to jail. I saw this movie 50 Cent.
I ain't going to jail. I saw 50 Cent do a movie called Gun. And his homeboy playing with the gun shot himself. The same dude that was on Paper Soldiers that ran off with the car. The one that was on Jay-Z video.
Yeah.
He shot himself. 50 Cent drugged him, rolled him up in the rug, drugged him to the butcher. The butcher chopped his legs and his arms off and just threw him in the meat grinder, made hamburger meat out that dude, just like that.
Fried green tomatoes, same shit. You got to
know a butcher. Shouts out to all the butchers out there.
Shouts out to all the butchers,
and
man.
all the people getting into the butcher industry. Ray, man, it's been an honor having you on board today, spitting that game.
Yes, sir.
I really enjoyed doing Controlled Trauma every Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. We on the road.
You're a big part of Controlled Trauma, bro. You bring a bit of you, and you bring some diversity.
And it's part of the game, trying to get myself to get, because because I am a comedian. And I'm tearing up these stages all around Atlanta.
Left and right.
You know what I'm saying? Talking buku shit. If you check on my Instagram page at T8DAGR81, you can see some of the clips of me getting down. But the way we do Controlled Trauma, it's like a comedy show tour. So whenever y'all book us, you know what I'm saying? We coming in there, we got acts, we got comedians coming up doing, they 5 minutes in between acts. It's a great show, man. You can never lose with this.
Sketches, funny.
Yeah, we in the game.
It's just the next wave, man. Like, you really sitting amongst a whole bunch of directors, writers, promoters, and just the next wave of comedy, man. You feel me? Like, I call myself the Keenan Ivory in the South.
Much
and I fuck with Big Kirk, man, because he just that dude, bro. I like the way he move. I like the way his mindset. He's really a determined guy.
We building over here, man. There's so many things we're gonna bring you with Game Time. I want to appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend.
Subscribe below. It probably ain't gonna be nothing right here, but I'm
gonna be right there. We can't
subscribe below.
We would normally have a screen to see how we look, but they're watching the game.
Come on, bro. You know niggas gonna watch the game.
Watch the game, and then this dude got a gold Minnesota Viking jersey. Is that a Dante Culpepper jersey?
Yeah, he got it from.
Shout out to my dog Cheddar Feeney.
Bro, this nigga got football gloves on, like they really about to put him in the game.
Like he really finna get in. But they say, no, this nigga, they want him to play because this nigga got on white Air Force Ones.
They want him to play tackle, though.
Hell yeah.
Offensive tackle.
They said you couldn't get in because you didn't wear the black ones. It's a nigga out there playing defense with black Air Force Ones cleated up, cuz.
Okay.
He said, I'm wearing black. So you see a dude come put cleats on the bottom of some black Air Force Ones, he is not coming in there to do nothing but get fines. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that nigga's a head hunter. You hear me?
How we looking on time, Pete? Yeah, so again, man, this is my opportunity. Again, thanks for tuning in to Game Time. It's going to be a whole lot more coming just for you. We talking to all the people out there that want to level up. You want to be encouragement, you know what I'm saying? You got some OG wheat ready to play so we can get up out of here. You know
show is growing, it's evolving. Make sure you follow, subscribe, leave a comment. Game Time with your boy Big Kirk, man. Make sure you follow your boy comedian Big Play Ray.
Now, you make sure you go check out that OG wheat, you know what I'm saying? Hustle harder. He got it popping all the time. Doing his thing. Independent artists making moves. If you got beats, if you got people that want to get on, look up OG Wheat. He's available for booking. You know what I'm saying?
And bro been spitting though.
He getting it. He come. Hey, listen, man. I'm so impressed by this young man's drive and his ability to be independent. He got about 10 pieces of work out, the 10 albums out there. He's self-made, and I just keep telling him stay independent. Don't take the bag, and let your music work. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage him, and I tell everybody that, man. Get out here and do some right, man. Music is forever. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you make your mark in this world. So again, give a big shout out to OG Wheat, OGWEAT. You know what I'm saying? He said his moniker is I'm a fake rapper and a real nigga. I don't know what he mean by that, but that's his label. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I know what you mean.
Thanks very much for another episode of Game Time, brought to you by T8DAGR81. I'm your host, Big Kurt. This is our special guest, Big Play Ray, and Lil Ray. You want to freestyle, Lil Ray, before you get up out of here?
Nah, we ain't gonna freestyle, you know what I'm saying? But y'all,
Tell me about that shit with you and Elmo, though, cuz. Get on the mic. Get on the mic. Him and Elmo been beefing since 82, cuz.
That's the way it goes. Bring a bitch down, got baby bringing me dope. If she can't bring it in, then she gotta go. I run game on hoes when I'm in player mode. If she look, she took. That's the way it goes. Bring a bitch down, got baby bringing me dope. If she can't bring it in, then she gotta go. 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s. Work that pole and keep it coming. Come on with it, show me you want it. Let me see you make that money. 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s. Work that pole and keep it coming. Come on with it, show me you want it. Let me see you make that money. Let me see you work. She pay me from out her purse. She don't